What is the spiritual dream meaning of falling hair? Let's go right to the moment the woman the entire world was watching picked up a pair of clippers herself, shaved her head in a public salon, and stared straight into the camera, not with madness, but with something that looked terrifyingly like freedom. So picture this. February 16th, 2007. Britney Spears walks into a salon in Tarzana, California, and does something the world just could not process. The stylists, they begged her to stop. She didn't. The world called it a meltdown. The tabloids called it career suicide. And what did it lead to? A court-ordered conservatorship that stripped her of her autonomy for 13 long years. It wasn't until 2021 that she got her freedom back. Sure, her hair grew back, but those years, they're gone forever. Because here's the truth, the one that took 16 years and a whole movement to finally bubble to the surface. Britney Spears was not losing her mind. She was trying to take it back. Look, she had been controlled since she was just a kid. Her hair wasn't just hair. Come on, it was her femininity, it was her marketability, it was owned by absolutely everyone but her. You know, from the pigtails in Baby One More Time to those platinum extensions, her hair was her cage, just wrapped in gold. So by shaving it off, she was trying to burn down the whole prison with her own two hands. Now, Britney's story is an extreme, very public example of what is a very private, universal warning. So let's just ask this directly. Why are you dreaming of falling hair? Because I promise you, that dream is not random. It is your psyche standing right in front of you at 2 in the morning with a megaphone, screaming something you've been way too afraid to say out loud in the daylight. And don't you dare think this is just some weird coincidence. It's a signal, a huge one, from our collective consciousness. I mean, falling hair is ranked among the top 10 most universally reported dream symbols. We're talking across every culture, every century. Hair has never, ever just been hair. In almost every ancient spiritual tradition, the crown of the head is the seat of divine connection. And your hair? It's the antenna. In traditions all over the world, a woman's hair holds memory, it holds lineage, it holds power. It's your identity, your vitality, and your control, all coiled together right on the crown of your head. So when hair falls in your dream, and it doesn't matter if it's in slow drifts or sudden, terrifying clumps, your subconscious is not just decorating some nightmare for you. It is running a full-blown diagnostic. It is a critical message, and you absolutely need to hear it. Okay, now we're gonna get to the heart of it. I want you to sit with these questions, and I mean really sit with them. Don't just skim them. Treat them like your life depends on the answers, because honestly, it just might. First, where in your life are you losing power without actually naming it? Is it in your job? In a relationship? Really think about it. Next up, what part of your identity is just eroding while you're pretending everything is fine? Is it the artist in you, the adventurer? What about the part of you that used to say no? And yeah, this one is a hard one. Who or what is making decisions about your body, your time, yourself without your full and free consent? And finally, what are you so desperately gripping onto that is already gone? A past version of yourself? Some old dream? Answer it honestly. These are not rhetorical. They are the engine revving underneath this dream. So here is the firm truth you need to hear right now. This dream is not a curse. It is not some prophecy of ruin. It is a mirror. It is a mirror being held up right to your face. And now you have a choice. You have the same choice Britney had, but with much, much better options. You can go down the path of desperation, smash the mirror in public, all alone, without the right words or any support. Or you can choose the path of awareness. You can look at it right now, today, while you still have time to change what it's showing you. Think about it. She looked into that mirror in a public salon and did the only thing she could think of in a moment of total gut-wrenching desperation. She did not have the language, she did not have the safety, she did not have the support. You have all three, right now in this very moment. This dream is a demand. It's asking you, it's begging you to use your voice. So the only question left is, will you? Part 2. Look, if part 1 was about what is happening, this is about why. Let's be clear. Your dream of falling hair, it is not random. It's a very specific, coded SOS from deep inside you, and every little detail matters. Your subconscious isn't lazy, it's being incredibly precise. The texture, the speed, the feeling, it's all data. So let's get into it. Let's decode what your psyche is screaming for you to pay attention to. Okay, we're gonna move through this fast. First up, the SOS signals. These are the dreams of direct loss. Then we'll look at the relational mirror, what your dreams are telling you about your connections. And we're gonna finish with agency and renewal because some of these dreams actually reveal your own power. Let's go. All right, this first set of dreams, this is all about what is being stripped away from you right now in your actual life. Your subconscious isn't whispering here, it is screaming at you. And that right there is the key. Panic, horrifying loss. These are not subtle dreams, okay? They are literally designed to be alarms, to jolt you awake before it's too late. Ugh, that image, right? Clumps of hair in your hands, in the shower drain. It is a common nightmare for a very good reason. So what is it really telling you? This one maps directly, one-to-one with acute stress. Something in your life is a massive energy leak, and your body is just screaming that it cannot keep up. Your entire system has slammed the panic button. Look, the dream is showing you clumps because this problem is way past subtle. So stop treating it like it is. I want you to get a real piece of paper, not your phone, write down the top 3 energy drains. And you decide today, not tomorrow, not next week, which one you are going to tackle first. Okay, now this is a totally different kind of horror. It's not just about losing something. It's about being exposed. It's about that deep, gut-wrenching shame of being seen. But here is the critical reframe. You have to hear this. The dream feels like it's about being seen as less than, right? Diminished. But what if your subconscious is inviting you to just stop performing? Being unmasked isn't weakness. It is the beginning of your real power. All right, let's shift gears. We're going to turn outward now. We're moving from your internal world to how your dreams are reflecting your external life, specifically your relationships. So what if you're not the one losing your hair? What if you're just watching it happen to someone else? You're a witness. And let me tell you, this can be a deeply painful dream to experience. What this dream means is that you are literally carrying someone else's suffering in your own body. It has a physical weight, and your dreaming mind is showing you just how heavy that is. And that feeling of helplessness, it's there because you know you can't fix this for them. So the answer here isn't to swoop in with advice. It's about presence. It's about just showing up. Sometimes that is the most powerful thing you can do. Just let them know they are not walking through this alone. Okay, how about this one? Dreaming of hair in your food or your water? That's about contamination. It means a boundary has been breached. Someone or something has invaded your sacred space. And here's the fix. Vague boundaries, they're just invitations to be crossed again. Useless. Real boundaries have to be concrete, written down, communicated directly, no ambiguity. This next one. This is the most violent variation of all. This isn't just loss, this is a violation. Something is being ripped away from you, forcibly. You need to listen to me very carefully. This is not a dream you just brush off. It is a non-negotiable, screaming red flag. And that stranger in your dream, yeah, they're probably not a stranger. Your mind is just protecting you because naming the real person feels too dangerous. If this dream happens more than once, you have to talk to a therapist or someone you trust implicitly. Do it this week. Okay, now we pivot. We pivot to your power. Because this last section is about the dreams that aren't just alarms. They're actually confirmations of your own strength, of your readiness for real change. And this is such a paradox, right? The image is totally negative, losing your hair, but the feeling is positive. You dream of loss, but you feel relieved, maybe even joyful. What on earth does that mean? Okay, pay attention, because this might be the most important dream variation we talk about. Your soul is way ahead of your conscious mind here. It's telling you a chapter has already ended. It's over. The only question is, are you brave enough to admit it and let it go in your waking life? And this is the promise that's waiting for you right after that release. It's the truth your soul needs you to remember, especially when you feel like there's nothing left. Your capacity for renewal isn't dead. It's just dormant. And dormant is not the same thing as gone. And here it is, the ultimate dream of recovery, the comeback. It's your psyche's way of telling you that you survived something that almost wiped you out. So the work here isn't about analyzing anything. It's about embodiment. Right now, I want you to think of 3 things. Just 3 things you have already survived that, at the time, felt absolutely unsurvivable. Don't just think them in your head, write them down. And then I want you to say them out loud. Let your nervous system actually hear your own voice naming your resilience. This isn't just some cute exercise. This is a reminder of who you are. Now go act from that knowledge. Today. So you see? In the end, all of these dreams, every single variation, they're all boiling down to the exact same question. After all the decoding, after all the drama, it all comes down to this. What do you truly need? And are you brave enough to go get it? All right, we've talked about the what and the why. Now it's about what you do next. Look, the message has been sent. Your subconscious delivered it loud and clear. Your only job now is to actually respond. And I don't mean when you're ready, I mean right now. Ready is a myth. It's a trap to keep you stuck. Okay, let's get straight to it. These dreams, they aren't just random nightmares. No, they are documented patterns. This isn't some fuzzy, abstract theory. This is your toolkit for action. It's designed for how you actually process the world. So find yourself on this list and let's go. First up for the writers, the ones who figure things out by putting pen to paper. If that's you, listen up. This is your first move. And I mean this step is non-negotiable. Get a real notebook. Put it by your bed. The second you wake up, I mean it, before your phone, before coffee, before the world starts screaming for your attention, you grab it and you write for just 5 minutes. No filter, don't try to make it pretty, don't analyze a thing, just dump it all out. What you see after 30 days, that's your diagnosis, and it's screaming for a response. And you have to act fast, seriously. Writing within just 5 minutes of waking, that captures 85% more detail. Think about that. Every single minute you wait, that crucial data, that signal from deep inside you, it's just gone forever. All right, now for the talkers, the people who need to say it out loud to understand it. If that's your lane, your action plan looks different, but believe me, it is just as vital. But listen, this is key. This is not a casual vent session. You find one person you trust, and you give them one rule. Their only job is to be a mirror, not a mechanic. They don't give you advice, they don't try to fix it, they just repeat back what they heard you say. That's it. When you voice the dream like this, you take that internal chaos and you make it external. You make it real. And suddenly, it's something you can actually work with. And let's be real for a second. If you just heard that and your first thought was, I have no one, well, that's it. That's the whole message right there. That is what your dream is screaming at you. Okay, next. For the people who process in their bodies, you know who you are. You don't think it, you feel it. This one's for you. When you wake up from this kind of dream, your nervous system is completely hijacked. It's on high alert. This simple physical act, it's like a circuit breaker. It interrupts that anxiety loop before it gets a chance to set the tone for your entire day. You're literally giving your body a safe place to land. Okay, now for a really tough one. For some of you, this dream isn't a metaphor. It is a literal 5-alarm fire bell about your environment. For you, the work is about one thing, seeing the unvarnished truth of your situation and not looking away. This exercise, it makes denial impossible. I want you to get a real piece of paper, not your phone. Draw a map of your daily life, your home, your job, the people. Now mark the safe spaces and people with a star, and mark the draining, toxic ones with an X. Then you have to just look at it, stare at it. If that page is covered in X's, you are in a depletion crisis, full stop. And you have to stop pretending it isn't happening. And that map, that black and white picture of your life, it brings us to the most important point of all. So I need you to listen, really listen. Because for some of you, this next part is the only thing that matters. This is not a suggestion. If you answered yes to either of those questions, then what comes next isn't just a good idea. It's a directive. It's an order. Not someday, not when things calm down. This week. Your subconscious is sending out an SOS over and over and over again. It's time to bring in the professionals. You have to treat this with clinical seriousness. Because you know what? Refusing to get help when your body and your mind are literally screaming for it. That is the only weakness here. That's it. So let's get crystal clear about what's really at stake here. Let's talk about why this matters on a level you absolutely cannot ignore. You remember when Britney Spears walked into that salon and shaved her head? That wasn't a breakdown. Not at all. That was a statement. It was the only language she had left to scream what was being done to her. I mean, think about it. She had no one who would believe her, no one to witness what was happening and see her reality. Everyone had an agenda. So she used her hair. Her hair was the last thing on earth that was hers to control. So she destroyed it. She destroyed it rather than let them keep using it, keep owning it, keep defining her with it. And here is the critical difference between that moment and your moment right now. You have something she didn't have. You have information. You have the language for what is happening to you. You have this moment, this tiny window of clarity before the next big decision your life is demanding from you. That moment is now. Don't you dare waste it. It's your move.